Alright guys, I'm here with a bit of information for Dragon Ball Legends. So the official Dragon Ball Legends Twitter accounts have finally given us actual information for the next Zenkai unit we'll be getting access to in the game, which is none other than, of course, Super Saiyan 2 Kefla. Again, we've known that we were going to get this Zenkai unit for a while now, but we finally have actual details that we can break down today. So anyway, the tweet says, Super Saiyan 2 Kefla Zenkai Awakening is coming. The special arts now has ki recovery. Unlock all uniques to cover ki by 20 and get a 30% buff to strike damage inflicted when entering the battlefield. Cannot be stacked. Use those powerful strikes. So, just to break down what this character was, for people who are not like veterans of Dragon Ball Legends, when this character released, she was a powerhouse. I'm talking about darn near unstoppable. That's how amazing she was. Like, pretty much, if you did not have this unit, you are not running Girls and you are not running Fusion Warrior. That's how prevalent of a green unit she was. I mean, and plus with her abilities, I mean, she has a lowered strike cost, she has card draw speed, she has blast armor on strike. This unit had it all at the time, right? And of course, eventually power creep got her. So I'm really hoping that they don't do her Zenkai wrong, especially because with them trying to build up universe rep, she would actually be a really good fit for the green unit if they make her kit solid. That's the main thing, because I would say that she would actually pair up very well with Hit. Actually could be good coverage for Hit because, again, you know, blue units are still running rampant with the exception of Ultra Gogeta Blue, but she's a green unit. Green units counter blue units. Not only that, she has tools in her arsenal that helps out significantly. Her ultimate attack nullifies endurance, which is really good. And again, having blast armor on strike makes her oppressive in mid-range. So she could, oh, and also, before I even forget this, she also swaps all blast arts cards to strike when she enters the battlefield. So that could help her out because, again, you get to take advantage of blast armor. And if you throw in Hit, that helps him out too because, well, he's a melee type. So she has things going for her. It's just that they need to really update her to the point where she can hold her own in this current meta. Now, the downside with all that is, usually, when it comes down to Zenkai units, if it's not an LF unit, they find a way to make them trash. And I want to keep my hopes up, but they've let me down over and over and over again when it came down to a lot of the Zenkai units we've gotten in recent time, like excluding LF units. Like, some of them were like, but for the most part, usually the LF units are pretty good. Anything else that's not an LF unit, not really that good, right? But I'm really hoping that everything will turn out well, because again, she was great. Now, let's actually break down what the tweet says, because I really had to get all of that like off my chest. Okay, so her special arts now has ki recovery, which is good because I mean, for starters, having ki recovery is good because it allows you to potentially keep your combo going, especially if you have cards. But another positive to that is when she uses her special skill, she also restores her health. So you get health and ki recovery, which is a phenomenal thing. Plus, you raise her damage and you cancel your attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions. So that's actually a pretty solid special skill card. I would say if there is one other thing that they could add, which, I mean, to be fair, they've been adding to a lot of units as of late, but if there's one thing that they absolutely could add that I think would make this special skill really solid for her kit in particular, is the ability to nullify cover change. Like, whether it's for 5 timer counts, 10 timer counts, like however long, right? If they add that ability on top of all of that, then I think that would actually work out very well for Kefla, because again, she is, or at least she was, a very oppressive unit, but now in a meta with multiple units being able to cover change, again, you have Ultra Gogeta Blue, you have Ultra Hit, you have Beast Gohan, who, heck, you even have like MUI Goku, right? Who are able to nullify, strike, and blast. And if you're still using this unit, you have Ultra Broly. Again, I know he's not really seen in this meta at all, but for whoever's still using him, you have units like that that cover change darn near everything. So again, having her like gain the ability to nullify cover change actually would help out significantly with how oppressive this unit is. Because again, this unit is straightforward. Strike arts your opponent into oblivion. That's literally the premise of this unit. And then, you know, occasionally land your ultimate attack, nullify some endurance or something of the sort. So if they add that, that would be great. But still, the key recovery by itself is not bad. And again, it's by 20. So if you recover your key by 20, that's at the very least a guaranteed strike arts that you can follow up with, if, of course, if you have, you know, strike available at the time. So it's not bad. And then on top of that, what you get a 30% buff to strike damage inflicted, which again, she's, you know, a melee type. She already gets buffs as is concerning her damage. So adding an extra 30% to that is honestly nice. Now, in the grand scheme of things, how well is that going to play out? Because if I'm not mistaken, her strike damage is actually pretty high. It really is. Like, if I'm not, actually, you know what? I'm opening up the game as I'm trying to think about all this right now. And as I'm seeing right now, her strike damage is at 263,000. That's maximum stats. Again, I have her 14 stars, all that stuff, right? 263,000 for a strike attack is not bad. So if they boost that, I expect that, what, maybe, if they're really holding back, I say 270. If they're not holding back, somewhere between 280 to 290. Like, they could really boost that if they wanted to. Granted, that'd be insane, but still, adding that damage buff to her is going to help, or at least it should, right? And then afterwards, I really don't know what else there would be with this Kefla, because again, it's a double-edged sword with this unit because of her element factor. Now, again, the green unit, or at least what I would assume the main green unit for Universe Rep, as of this moment would be Golden Frieza. And then, of course, after Golden Frieza would maybe be Vados, or they can be interchangeable because it depends on, you know, if you want to focus on healing, like support, or if you want to focus more so on damage. So if you're focusing on damage, you're probably going to be using Frieza. If you're focusing on support, you'd probably use Vados. But this Kefla, again, is straight offense. The downside is her being a green unit is a 50-50 element factor right now, because it's a good thing because we have 4 blue units in this current meta, and I've already said them all like over and over again, but just to reiterate, Beast Gohan, what else? Sparking Zamasu, the free-to-play full-power Super Saiyan Broly, and Android 17. All 4 of those units have endurance, some of which are situational, the situational ones specifically being Beast Gohan and the full-power Super Saiyan Broly. Because for Beast Gohan, someone has to activate Rising Rush and he gets endurance. And for Broly, you have to have either 2 Saiyans or 2 hybrids, if I'm not mistaken, in order for his endurance to be active, or a mixture of the 2. So those, all 4 of them are powerful units. So when it comes down to Kefla, I'm confident that she can hold her own against those blue units. That's the good thing. The bad thing is, then you have the likes of Ultra Gogeta Blue, who has complete element factor advantage against her. So, and we all know how powerful that unit is as well. So there's also another thing that would help, and that's if she gets element neutrality. But I significantly doubt that they would give her both the ability to nullify cover change and the ability to nullify her element factor, because I think it would absolutely be a little bit too powerful. So I expect like one or the other. Personally speaking, I think she would be better off with being able to nullify cover change. Again, nullifying element factor does help, but you do have other units that can like back you up. And especially if you're running her on Universe Rep, Hit is more than capable enough of wiping out Gogeta. Like 100%. Same for 17 as well. 17 can definitely do that. It's happened. I mean, I've experienced it multiple times. So again, I think that nullifying cover change would be the best like nullification ability that they can give her, apart from what she already has, which is the ability to nullify endurance with her ultimate attack. But only time will tell. Also note that this is only a bit of the details concerning this unit. This is not everything that's that's known about what she's capable of doing. We won't find that out until they actually add the data into the game. But as of right now, it's pretty bare bones. But I'm hoping that they don't do this Zenkai wrong. But at the same time, I'm not holding my breath because they've let me down multiple times before. But I mean, this could be surprising, and for all you know, she could be like so dominant of her green unit that for Fusion Warrior, you just don't use Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta anymore or something. I don't know. Like, obviously, I'm just assuming, like, spitballing and whatnot, but still, I have high hopes for this unit. I'm really hoping that they don't do it wrong, but I'm also not holding my breath at the same time. But I do want to know in the comment section below, what are your thoughts on Zenkai Super Saiyan 2 Kefla? Are you actually excited that she's finally getting a Zenkai, or are you just kind of neutral about it? Do you not care? I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below, because I really want this Zenkai to be good. But with that being said, I'm Ndukauba. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.